I'm a walking, living legend, ain't no doubt about it. Stack my money to the sky, I'm just grinding out here. I'm a walking, living legend, ain't no doubt about it. All my faith is in God, that's the reason why I'm here. I'm a walking, living legend.
Hey y'all, welcome to another episode of Made in Amirika. This is Couples Edition. I am sitting here with my husband, Mr. Brandon Richardson, and we're going to talk to you today about success and happiness and how those fit together and if those fit together. Go ahead, be rich.
So the question we need to ask up front is, does success and happiness go together? And in my opinion, I think they do go hand in hand. I think if true success should equal happiness overall. So in general, what do we really believe success is in our own words or in our own ideas? For me, success can mean several different things, but the main thing is to achieve something that you have set out to do, to feel like you've accomplished what you set out to do or what you set the goal to be. So, America, what would you say success is in your own words?
I mean, I think I'm on the other end of the spectrum here. I don't think just because you have success that necessarily you have happiness and vice versa. But the definition for me of success would be to definitely have an alignment of my goals and my vision for my family and be able to be sustainable and safe.
Okay.
So that's success for me. That's the top of my game. And I think in that, right, there is happiness. But that doesn't mean if I achieve everything, I'm going to be happy.
Right. But if you're not happy, is that true success?
Yeah, I guess, because you can still have everything you need and be a great provider. You could have, your family could be sustainable and your legacy could be great. But you could be not happy because of other things.
Right, but is that, we have like entertainers that are millionaires that aren't happy. And they're successful in the eyes of the fans or the people that see them. But are they successful in their own right, in their own mind? That would be the question.
What do you mean, are they successful in their own mind?
Because you can be successful in the eyes of someone else, but the person that really matters is yourself. So if you're not successful within yourself or you're not happy with your achievements, is that true success?
See, but I believe it doesn't matter if you set goals and you hit that goal, then I'm still going to create new goals and have to reach new levels of success. So I don't think happiness is tied in with that, because that goal necessarily isn't going to make me happy.
Well, I think you're confusing success with achievement. And we're not talking about achievement, we're talking about success. It's a difference. I'm not talking about achievement and happiness, because you can achieve things and not be happy, but I'm talking about true success. True success and happiness, do they go together? Because if you're not happy with your achievement, is that true success?
Give me the definition of success.
The definition...
And use it in a sentence, por favor. Since you're like challenging my thought process here, you're making me think.
Well, this is what this is all about tonight, right?
I know. So, I appreciate it.
The Webster definition for success, there's actually 3 of them.
I'll read them.
Yes, go ahead.
The first one is outcome, result. The second one is a degree or measure of succeeding. Favorable or desired outcome, also the attainment of wealth, favor, or eminence. And the third one is one that succeeds. Okay? So, a level of success doesn't necessarily mean happiness.
But that level of success is success in whose mind? Yours or the people that's looking at you? Because if you're basing it off of what other people say, they could think that you're successful and you could be miserable.
That's my point.
But I'm just saying, wouldn't true success be achieving something and being happy with it? Isn't that like the last kind of part of success? And let's even go further than that. Let's discuss this and go even further than that.
Sure.
Let's just go for what is success in America? What do we feel success really is in America if we were just to think about it?
Like
what
they tell us success is?
Oh yeah, what do they associate success with? Money,
wealth,
cars, physical things, material things, what you have, what people think about you, your popularity.
And that's why I feel that the definition of success in today's standards doesn't necessarily mean you'll be happy. You can have everything nice, beautiful, lovely, and be living the life and still not be happy.
Exactly. That's what I'm talking about. True success. I'm not talking about success as we perceive it here in America.
So what is true success? But now we're going into my truth, your truth. What's true success to you?
True success to me is if you can wake up every day and be satisfied with yourself and where you are in your life, and you can go out and be happy about it.
But see, now you're going into the self-actualization.
Well, that's dealing with more of recognizing your talents and fulfilling your obligation for your talents. I'm simply talking about true success. Okay, what is true success for you? Now, I just gave you what true success for me is being able to wake up and be happy with myself and saying, hey, I've accomplished what I was supposed to accomplish up to this point, or at least I can see myself progression towards that goal or accomplishment that I set out to do. But I have to be happy within the outcome of whatever I set. Because we can even go back, if we want to talk about goals, you talk about setting SMART goals, right?
Yep.
Sorry. You talk about setting SMART goals, right? When you're setting those SMART goals, you shouldn't be setting a SMART goal that you're not going to be happy with at the end of the day.
Okay, let's break down what a SMART goal is for those that don't know.
Let's do it. So each letter means something, right?
Right.
So the S simply means
specific,
right? So you set a goal specific and you make sure you have those little details in there, right? The M is for measurable.
Correct.
So you have to set something that's you can measure, because how do you know if you're achieving a goal or even working close to a goal if it's not measurable? The A is for attainable.
Yep.
So it has to be something that you can truly attain. It can't be too easy to where you can attain it tomorrow, but it has to be something that's attainable, even if it's challenging, right?
It could be something you can achieve tomorrow. If my goal is to not eat cake, then that's my goal.
Right. But I'm just saying but it has to be something that you can attain.
Okay. Correct. Okay. I agree with you there.
The R is
realistic.
So it has to be something that's like truly realistic. Like I want to lose some weight. I don't care how much cardio I do tonight, I'm not going to lose 50 pounds by tomorrow. Or for that most part, I'm not going to lose 50 pounds in 7 days. So it has to be realistic, right?
Right.
Okay. And the T is for time. It has to be time related. So we have to set goals that's time related. Say I go back to the weight loss thing and I say, hey, I want to lose 50 pounds in the next 8 months. See, I know that I'm setting a time limit of 8 months, or I'm setting a time of 8 months. So in 8 months, I can go back and measure it. So I'll go back to the M. And then the time kind of gives more, relates to the S because it's not specific to the goal, And then the time will also make it seem if it's realistic and if it's attainable.
Yeah.
So it all goes hand in hand. So when you're setting those SMART goals, okay, so I'll keep on with this whole weight loss thing because it's something I really want to do. Okay, so when I set that goal and I achieve that goal, okay, at the end of it, I should be happy with my results, right? 50 pounds lighter. I achieved the goal. I feel like I succeeded.
Okay. I'll agree with you to a point because you get down to 50 pounds and you're happy with that goal being complete. But if you still got another 200 pounds that you're trying to lose, being exaggeratory, but you still might not be happy. You still might be like, nah, I still got more to do. It doesn't mean you'll achieve the overall happiness. You'll achieve a small burst of happiness.
But we all also know that like short-term goals help you reach a long-term goal. So I might set that SMART goal. My short-term SMART goal will help me get to my long-term. So now I know I lost 50 pounds in this 8 months. Now I'm saying like, yeah, I'm gonna lose 50 more in 8 more months. See, now I'm halfway to that 200 you was talking about, and these little goals that I'm setting are helping me gain confidence, and it's helping me have happiness along the way. And then when I reach that overall goal of 200 pounds or whatever, and by the way, I don't need to lose 200 pounds, but
please don't.
I'll be like, I'll wither away. But what I'm trying to say is that your goals that you set, and when you achieve them, they should bring some type of happiness, or you're not going after the right goals, or you're not setting the right goals if there's not some sort of fulfillment and happiness at the end of it.
I'll agree with that, because like I said, when I see success, it goes back to, are my basic needs being met, and am I able to provide for my family? Like, right. That would make me happy.
Right.
So I agree with that. I just don't think that they always go hand in hand.
But you still haven't told us what, I mean, you giving us an example of what you believe success is, but so what do you think true success is? If you had to define success, how would you define it?
I did. I defined it for me, but that might not be everybody's perception.
Well, how did you define it? Because you just gave an example of what you feel like success is for yourself. But I'm saying, give me an overall definition.
Success is I think it's making those goals and achieving them, but on a regular basis. Like, this is a continuing thing that's happening, and I think through that you'll find some happiness, because you're constantly growing, constantly changing, ever moving forward.
Okay. So do we need the definition of happiness?
Why not? I mean, I'm all for definitions. Break it down if that's what we need to do. Because for me, like I said, I've seen people that are very successful, but not necessarily happy.
Successful in whose eyes?
Okay, I'll give you that. They appear to be successful.
Exactly. We're talking about true success. Now, just because you have a nice car, nice house, you know what I mean? You have a lot of money in the bank.
I guess it just reminds me to, like, not be so comparative, because if you're focusing on your own stuff, it doesn't matter what somebody else has. Exactly. And you're not worried about whether they're happy or not. But I like to see everybody reach a point of happiness and sustainability.
Right, because you could be successful to people, but you might not be successful to yourself.
All right, so definition of happiness is a state of well-being and contentment, a pleasurable or satisfying experience. Yeah, that's pretty much what I had. So, a striking happiness of expression,
right.
Aptness. Okay.
And I would say, if I had to break it down into my own definition, I would say happiness is just feeling joy.
That's what I had down.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Just feeling joy and having joy in everything. And I feel like success should include joy into it. Like, if you're successful, you should be happy with your success and happy to move on to the next obstacle or the next achievement. And to fully be successful, I think happiness has to be included into it.
I'll agree with you.
I mean, for self. Now, we're not talking about success and how other people view success of you, because everybody will judge their success of somebody else based off of what they have and what that person perceives to have.
Okay.
I mean, some of the richest people in the world, or some of the richest entertainers, are not happy, but they have everything, and people believe that, because they have everything, they're successful. But are you truly successful if you're miserable every day?
Right. So I guess we kind of do have the same belief of what success and happiness is.
Right.
So a biblical principle would be in Psalms 104, where it says, enter his gates with thanksgiving, go into his courts with praise, give thanks to him and praise his name. In all things that we're doing, no matter what it is, we should try to be joyful and happy, and we should try to find the success in every situation.
Right.
Okay.
So, I mean...
So how do we do that? Because it's easy to say. Sounds great. But
if I have to give my opinion to achieve true success, I think you have to figure out what true happiness is first. And I think that's having joy and love for whatever you're going to go through. Like, if you're setting a goal, let it be something that you love, something that you have a passion for. Don't just set goals. I mean, you get these like college students that go to college just because their parents want them to go to college. Then they end up hating their career. Okay, then, people will say, oh, they're successful because they have a college degree and they have this career. But deep down, they don't have any happiness with that so-called success. So they're not really successful in their their self-image. So,
I think that's the hardest thing about my job on a daily basis, like being a career coach and trying to make sure that I'm advising correctly.
Right.
When everyone that comes in that seat has all these different opinions on what they should be doing, and I have to dive into what is it that you like?
Exactly.
What are you comfortable with? What
Exactly.
sounds good? Have you tried it? Have you tasted it? Have you touched it? Like,
right.
Go for it. Like, do what you want to do.
Right.
That's the hardest thing, is like getting people to look within themselves and find what makes them happy.
Exactly. Because, you might just go, okay, I'm going to go to school and just be a certified nursing assistant just because it makes more money and I can pay my bills. But then you realize that you just hate it and you just do it for the money. That's, people might say, oh, you're financially successful, but in your mind you're not, because you're always going to dread it, when you could probably make the same amount of money or more by finding something that you have a passion about and figuring out how to make money doing it.
I love it when someone explained, like, whatever you pick, you have to love. And you always hear that cliche, find something that you love to do and figure out how to make money doing it.
Yeah.
But it's just about loving what you do and loving whoever you choose to serve and understanding how to make it your own.
Yeah. And that's why I always just, it's one of those things I don't think that people think about. I think people say, you hear the saying, I want to be successful, but like, what does that entail? And like I said before earlier, in society today, that, success to most people is like money. Oh, I got a lot of money. Mm-hmm. Or I have a nice car, or I own my house, or I'm married to a beautiful woman, or I have a nice looking...
Look how successful you are.
Yes, I'm very successful. But, like I said, you could be married to the most beautiful person in the world and pretty much not be happy with them. So, is that really success when it comes down to yourself, And that's what I wanted to get down to the nitty gritty, is like, what is success in our own words? Because we can make success into whatever we want to make it into, but when it comes down to it, what is true success?
I think that's a great springboard. I'd love to hear some feedback and comments from other people. So who's ever listening, don't forget to leave a comment. You can use the social media platforms, either DM me, leave a comment right on the post, or actually email me if you like. Click the links. And if anyone has a comment they want to send to me in a voice recording, we'll take that as well, because I'll play it on the podcast. And is that it for tonight, or did you have anything else you wanted to springboard off or close before we let it go?
No, I just hope everybody enjoyed the conversation.
We'll get some feedback and we'll post it in the next one.
Yeah, and we'll see what people have to say. If you have questions, please shoot the questions.
And if you disagree with our theories, are you happily successful or successfully happy, whatever way you want to put it.
Right.
Yeah, I'd love to hear like some arguments too. That would be awesome.
Right. Some debates would be good, and just to get other people's opinion. Because, like I said, I just want to know what people think true success is. Does success and happiness go hand in hand? Can you be successful without happiness, and can you have happiness without success? So let's see what y'all say. But thank y'all for tuning in, and you'll hear me more often here on Made in America with my wife here.
All right, y'all have a great rest of your day.
I'm a walking, living legend, ain't no doubt about it. Stack my money to the sky, I'm just grinding